pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Watson. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That is incomplete. The Seahawks at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well. Now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And taken right on the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It is out of bounds, but now the forward's inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Kings. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. 3rd and 9 here. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him right complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Play fake. Mayfield. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Mayfield. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
First throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Devontae Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. This is intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Option play, here's Pollard. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this one's incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Inside the 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield on the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 64 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking deep downfield. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Keely Ringo picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jalen Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will bring it back to the 40-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them,
there he goes right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Mayfield looks to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Dancing to his left. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up the campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Sidney Brown in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 6. They go right back to Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 6.
Now 3rd down and 6.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already start to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. One last shot for Mayfield here. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making